Hi, it's been a while.
Oh, is that my Indy? It really has been a long time. I was worried, darling. You haven't messaged me in almost half a year. How are you? Are you eating properly? Is work going all right?
Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. I'm still only in my second year at the company, so there's always new stuff to remember. That's why I've been too busy to message you.
Really? That sounds tough. Be careful you don't overwork yourself. I don't want you getting sick, sweetie. Are you okay for money? What about rice and vegetables? Do you have enough? I can send you some money or food parcels if you like. Just say the word and it's done. I can't afford to give you lots, but I'll send whatever I can.
Nah, I'm fine. I have a job and make my own money now. Besides, I can buy my own rice and vegetables. You don't have to go out of your way to send me anything. I'm fine on my own. I don't really eat much of that sort of these things anyway.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm really happy to hear you're doing well, honey. But if you ever do need anything, you will tell me, won't you? I'd really like it if you just showed your face at the house sometimes, too. Even if it's just for Christmas and birthdays. I miss you, you know?
Listen, Mom, I have something more important to talk about. Do you mind if we change the subject?
Oh, of course. Look at me getting all overexcited not letting you get a word in edgeways. Of course, honey. Go ahead. What is it?
Well, it's like this. I'm getting married.
What? Married?
Yeah, to my boyfriend. We met at a work party. That was a year ago, though. We've been dating ever since. I never told you about him.
Wow, Indy, I can't believe it. I'm so happy for you. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I'll admit I'm a little surprised, but let me assure you, I'll be celebrating for you tonight with a glass of red.
The wedding's planned for 6 months from now, but the thing is, I don't want you to come.
What?
My fiancé's the son of a very rich man who runs a major company. He's intelligent, has a great personality, is good at his job. He's just amazing. I couldn't ask for more. His parents, too. They're kind, always look smart and well-dressed, are stinking rich, and are just all-around wonderful people. I'd be so ashamed to admit to such a decent, respectable people that I was raised in a single-mother household. To tell you the truth, just the thought of them finding out makes me feel sick. That's why I told them I have no parents, and don't know a single one of my relatives.
Indy, why are you saying these things? Why would you do that? Oh my god.
I've always hated you. You're scruffy and unkempt. You have no fashion sense. You slave away at your minimum wage job to bring home what amounts to nothing more than pocket change. I hated that cheap, shabby old house we lived in, too. I could never bring friends over because I felt so embarrassed. I hated it all.
What?
I had to endure so much, and the moment I tried to complain, I was told that it just couldn't be helped because we were poor. My clothes and school supplies were always either secondhand or handouts from people in the neighborhood. Throughout my whole childhood, I don't remember ever being bought anything that was actually new. You never came to sports days or parent evenings because you always had to put so many hours in that crappy job of yours. I was so lonely. I felt absolutely pathetic.
It's true, I was always busy with work, and you did have to endure things most other children didn't. Which meant I didn't always have the time to give you the attention you deserved, and I understand that must have made you feel very isolated and lonely. I accept everything you say. I'm so sorry, Indy, truly I am. But all of it, everything I did was so that one day I could afford to send you to a good college. I did it all with your future in mind. I did it because I wanted you to lead a happy, fulfilling life.
I never asked you to do any of that for me. This is just patronizing. You put me through all that and then have the nerve to act like you were doing me a favor?
Indy.
I guess I am grateful that you sent me to a good college. It did mean I was deprived of a normal childhood, though. I'd either be stuck in my room studying or out working part-time while all my friends were out having fun and meeting people. Without going to college, I wouldn't have landed my current job or met my fiancé. I guess all things considered, on balance, I am willing to call it even. That means there's no ill will, but no positive sentiment either, a flat 0. I guess that makes us more or less strangers. I think it's time for me to cut you out of my life.
Cut me out of your life? Why?
I'm gonna be the wife of the CEO of a major company before long. That means I'm moving up in the world. You, on the other hand, are still broke, still working that crappy job, still in that decrepit old house. How can I let people know you're my mom? It's embarrassing. Me and you are a mismatch. Socially, financially, we just don't mesh. You get me? That's why I'm cutting you out of my life. Never attempt to contact me again. This is my chance to finally be happy and live the life I always dreamed of. Don't you dare get in my way.
I see. If that's what you want, Indy, then there's nothing I can say. It's your life and you should live it as you see fit. But please, just remember that I'm about to tell you. Your mother will always love you, and I wish for you nothing but happiness.
Who are you? I don't have a mom. Hey. How's it going? It's Indy.
Indy, it's been forever. It must have been, what, 2 years by now? How have you been? How's married life? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, thanks. Listen, there's something I want to let you know, or rather ask of you.
Oh, of course. There's something I want to let you know too, Indy. I'm getting remarried.
Huh?
You see, I felt like a weight had been lifted from my shoulders after you went off to live your life. I suddenly felt filled with energy. So I committed to building a new life for myself. I started going to a local ballroom dance club in the neighborhood last year. I've been toying with the idea of giving it a try since forever, but I was so busy with work I never really got the chance.
You? Ballroom dancing?
I know, right? I had my doubts about it working out at my age, too. But when I plucked up the courage and actually went, I had a whale of a time. I made lots of friends there, too. Now we all go out for drinks regularly. Anyway, me and one of my dance partners started getting along really well. We realized we had the same interests, similar personalities. His name's Donald Silverstein. His wife passed away 3 years ago, and all of his children have flown the nest and have their own lives to lead now. So he currently lives on his own. After we hit it off at the dance club, he invited me out to dinner. Then we got together, and after we dated for a while, he got down on one knee, popped the question, and asked if I'd do him the honor of spending the rest of my life with him. Isn't it just amazing? That's why, from next year onward, I'll be called Louise Silverstein.
Just hold on a sec. Does Donald by any chance have a really, really big house? Or should I say a mansion? 3 floors, acres of garden complete with tennis courts and fountains? Huge, grand, and magnificent?
Huh? How did you know? You're right, though. That's my Donald you're talking about. I actually went to his house for the first time recently after he proposed to me. It really is as amazing as you say. I almost fainted when I saw the gold-encrusted chandeliers. Luckily, his butler noticed I looked woozy and offered me a seat.
His daughter was one of my classmates. Abigail Silverstein was her name. She tried to keep it on the down low, but everyone knew her dad was filthy rich. Word around school was he was a billionaire.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably true. But I'm not marrying Donald for his money. It was his kindness and loyalty that I fell for. Neither of us are exactly spring chickens anymore, and we decided not to go into the trouble of having a wedding. But Donald will be holding a big dinner at his place. All of his kids will be there, so I get to meet everyone while we all celebrate the occasion with some food and drinks.
Really? Actually, this is perfect. Make sure you send me, my husband, and his parents an invite to the dinner, okay?
What? Why?
Well, the thing is, my husband found out about you. He found out I was lying about not having any parents. He also knows I was raised by a single mother and that I broke off contact with you. Him and his parents were furious when they found out. How could you be so cruel to your poor mother after she worked so hard to send you to college? You disgust me, to quote my husband.
Really? I see.
Now, him and his parents are giving me the cold shoulder. And the image of the perfect bride I worked so hard to cultivate was smashed to pieces in an instant. Nothing's been the same since. He says he doesn't even know whether he wants to carry on. Divorce was mentioned. That's why I want me and you to build some bridges. Actually, that's why I messaged you today.
Build some bridges? By that, I take it you mean you want to reconcile and have me back in your life.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do that. I need my husband and his parents to see that me and you patch things up and have a normal relationship. They have to know you forgave me too. That part's important. I think I can make them see that. They'll stop thinking about divorce. Besides, if you're married now, I'm not so embarrassed about introducing you anyway. Especially now you bagged yourself a billionaire. If anything, I'm actually excited. You're gonna score me some major points by having a husband that rich. Plus, I think me being related to someone like Donald can only be a good thing. Now that I think about it, the merits are endless. So what do you think? You'll invite us, won't you? Pretty please, with a cherry on top? Think of it as helping your daughter out.
Oh, Indy, you see, the thing is, you're not my problem anymore.
Huh? What does that mean?
It means no. Why should I let you use my wedding dinner to get you out of being divorced? Me and Donald aren't your own personal tools to be used and manipulated as you see fit. You're an adult now. You have a job, you're married. You're well past the age where I fix your problems for you. You got yourself into this mess, so how about you get yourself out of it? How about you get yourself out of it? You can't go relying on your mommy forever.
No, wait, please! Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Because you reap what you sow, Indy. Liars always get found out. I mean, seriously, what did you expect to happen when you told your husband and his family you were an orphan? This was inevitable. And isn't it just a tad selfish of you to expect me to come crawling back to you the moment it suits you? After you cut me out of your life to present some phony, made-up image of yourself to your new family. I'd be embarrassed to introduce a daughter as shallow as you to my Donald.
Oh my god! If you don't invite us, he might divorce me. All you have to do is let us show our faces for a few minutes. We'll leave after you meet him and his parents, I swear. Didn't you say you wish for nothing but happiness for me?
It's true, I certainly did say that, and it's still true. But it's ultimately just that, a wish. I never once said I'd have anything to do with you again. Happiness is something you have to obtain on your own.
Oh my god, come on, I'm begging you here. Do you have any idea how much trouble I'll be in if he divorces me? How hard I worked to get to where I am today? I finally managed to marry into money after all these years. This can't be how it ends, it can't! Mom, please, I'm begging you!
Who are you again? I'm terribly sorry, but I forgot.
What are you talking about, Mom? We were talking normally until just now. Mom!
Mom? Oh, that's strange. I don't have a daughter. She showed no sign of giving up, so I had no choice but to block her in the end. I sold the house to move in with Donald, and with that, the cutting of ties was complete. After that, I got a message from Indy's husband. It said, "Please forgive me and my family for our rudeness. We would have contacted you immediately had we known about you. I thought it was a nice apology. Indy's relationship fell apart over the whole lying about being an orphan thing. Eventually, just as she feared, her husband divorced her. He kicked her out in the streets, and she had no choice but to move into the cheap old apartment she stayed back in college. Her standard of living was suddenly in the gutter, and with her life crashing and burning before her eyes, she was forced into long hours of overtime to keep up with the rent and student loan repayments. I also apologized to her ex-husband for the stress and inconvenience my daughter had caused him and his family. Since then, I haven't had contact with Indy, or anyone involved with later. A year later, me and Donald tied the knot. He and his kids are just darlings who are so very kind to me. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, and I'm filled with optimism for the future.
Aubrey, you got a minute? What did you do with my work bag? Did you throw it away again?
Huh? I don't know. Why do you always suspect me of something?
Because you're always throwing my stuff away. You burned all the books and CDs from my bookshelf in the yard. You cut all the clothes from my closet into tiny pieces and threw them in the trash. It would be weirder if I didn't doubt you.
Do you seriously need to remember every little detail? Ugh, you're so cringy.
Never mind that. What did you do with my bag? All the documents for today's meeting were in there.
I threw it in the garbage at the neighborhood collection point on my way to volleyball practice this morning. If you don't hurry up and start sifting through the trash, the garbage truck will come and collect it.
What? Why would you do something like that?
Well, since you're a garbage dad, all of your personal belongings are garbage too. All I did was take out the garbage. If anything, you should be thanking me for being such a delightful daughter.
I don't know how you reached that conclusion. I'm fully aware that you hate me. To a degree, I've basically given up on you because I know you're going through a rebellious phase. But don't get carried away. I draw a line at throwing away my belongings.
Is the piece of garbage trying to say something to me? How dare you, you ugly, good-for-nothing piece of trash. You're the one who's getting carried away. In fact, I'm gonna tell Mom about this. You won't be getting any supper this evening.
It's no wonder you grew up to have such a wicked nature with your mom Chrissy enabling you by taking your side every time. But you're 15 years old now. It's time you stop behaving like such an immature brat. You do understand the difference between right and wrong, don't you?
Surely taking out the trash is a good thing. I do wish I could toss you in there along with it, but unfortunately I'm stuck with you.
If you're so intent on carrying out your malicious pranks, I have a couple of ideas on my own.
You think I'm scared of being threatened by garbage? Don't make me laugh. More importantly, I have morning volleyball practice now, so stop bothering me. Actually, just don't message me at all, garbage dad, okay?
Hey, Aubrey! What the hell is going on?
Oh, don't you dare talk to me. Did you not understand what don't message me at all means? Oh, you're so annoying.
Believe me, I'm not messaging you because I want to. But no matter how many times I message your mom, she does nothing but ignore me. So I had no choice but to message you instead. Now tell me, what the hell is going on? Why have all my belongings been tossed out in the yard? Not just that, but it looks like they got thrown out of the second floor window. My expensive speakers have been smashed to pieces. What's more, my keys don't work anymore and I can't get in the house. Did your mother change the locks?
Obviously, you no longer have the right to live in the same house as us. Me and Mom will be living just the two of us from now on.
Stop screwing me around, Aubrey. I know you both hate me, but this is taking it too far. You tossed all my stuff out in the yard. I can't get into my own house. Where the hell did you expect me to sleep? On a park bench?
Not my problem, but now that you mention it, a park bench would be perfect for a piece of garbage like you. Why don't you just go stay with your mistress?
My mistress? I don't know what you mean.
Don't play dumb. Mom told me all about your sordid behavior. You've been having an affair.
What? Me? Having an affair?
There's always a different lie. You have overtime or you're going drinking with a friend. You're cheating on Mom, aren't you? Mom said she saw you walking around with another woman. You can't worm your way out of it this time. Oh, you're the worst! I feel sick just knowing that you're my dad. I wish we weren't related. You're such a piece of trash. I wish the garbage collectors would put you in their truck and get rid of you once and for all.
Just slow down a minute. I'm not having an affair.
Oh, shut up. No one believes you, liar. I don't need a garbage dad like you.
Okay, I'll leave then. I'm not your real dad anyway.
Huh?
I've tolerated you for so long, but there's no need for me to keep up the charade anymore. If you two don't like me, then you're the ones who should leave. In any case, the pair of you are nothing but strangers to me.
Wait a sec. What does that mean? You're not my real dad?
I thought it would be in your best interest if you didn't know, so I kept quiet about it all this time. But the guy Chrissy cheated on me with is your real dad.
What? The guy Mom cheated on you with? Stop lying. You're the one who's having an affair. Stop trying to deflect responsibility.
That's the lie Chrissy brainwashed you with. I've never had an affair. There's also no evidence whatsoever to suggest that I have. On the contrary, there is evidence that proves Chrissy's affair. It was over 10 years ago now. But I kept hold of all the proof.
You've got to be lying. Mom wouldn't have an affair. She's not like that.
You were 1 year old when I discovered what she was up to. She'd been seeing her ex-boyfriend from her student days behind my back. Not only did she know you weren't my child, but she kept quiet about it and let me carry on thinking you were. Both of our families got dragged into the drama when it got out, and things got seriously messy. Both sides fought it out in a battle of epic proportions. I want a divorce! I don't want a divorce!
If it's like you say, and Mom really did cheat on you, and the guy she cheated on you with is my real dad, why did you stay with her this whole time? Why didn't you divorce her?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was because of you. Both mine and Chrissy's parents were opposed to the divorce. They insisted that the child shouldn't suffer the sins of the mother. They said that because I had already raised you for a year, you were as good as my own daughter. They somehow persuaded me to overlook what your mom did to me and continue raising you as my own. I was young back then, and I foolishly thought that I probably bore some responsibility for her drifting away from me. I did as our parents told me, and decided to try and rebuild the relationship for your sake.
That really happened? You did that for me?
But it was a total failure. Chrissy mistook my willingness to fix the relationship as forgiveness for what she did, and got completely carried away. She seemed to forget the fact that she cheated on me in the first place, and actually had the nerve to blame me for trying to divorce her. She took revenge by filling your head with lies about me. Top it all off, she tried to destroy your image of me once and for all by spearing me with cheating accusations. As a result, I've been treated like garbage by the pair of you for longer than I even remember. And now my personal belongings are getting thrown away, even though I was originally the victim in all this. I won't tolerate it anymore.
I had no idea about any of this. It's not like I remember being 1 year old. How was I supposed to know everything Mom said about you was lies?
It's true. There's no way you could have known. She brainwashed you from a young age, after all. It's only natural for a girl of that age to be close to her mother. That said, does your ignorance justify everything you've done to me? You're old enough to understand the difference between right and wrong now.
But
Don't bother. I'm done listening to your excuses. I have no intention of forgiving you, no matter what you say. These 14 years were a complete waste of time. Working like a dog while being abused by my cheating wife. And a kid who's not even mine. I really am a sucker for putting up with it for so long. But no more. Goodbye.
no, wait! Where are you going?
I'll be staying at a hotel for the time being until I get my thoughts together. My belongings are all either broken or caked in mud, so I can't use any of them. My key no longer works, so I can't get into the house.
Just wait a minute. I'll come and let you in. Wait, please, let's just talk about this. Come home!
There's nothing for us to talk about. Besides, why would I want to live in a house with garbage like you and your mom in it? It's not the kind of place I can call home. I'll be making the necessary arrangements for the house, too.
The necessary arrangements? What does that mean?
It means I'm selling it. The house itself, the land it's built on, the furniture, everything.
What? Why?
Because I'm divorcing Chrissy. Which means the two of you, being complete strangers, will be obliged to get out. Big detached house like that is too big for me to live in on my own. Plus, the place is full of nothing but bad memories for me. So it's not exactly somewhere I feel like staying. I'm gonna sell it and move away.
You mean you're gonna kick me and Mom out on the streets? You'd go that far? Really? Where are we supposed to go if you kick us out? Are you saying we should sleep on a park bench?
Not my problem. Although now that you mention it, a park bench would be perfect for two pieces of garbage like you. Could always just go to Chrissy's parents' place, though. Since they're the sort of people who'd overlook their daughter's unfaithfulness and force me to tolerate a relationship that was clearly against my best interests, I'm sure they'll be more than ready to take full responsibility for you both.
But Grandma's house is in the middle of nowhere. I'd have to hop between about 5 different trains and buses to make it that far. There won't be any good schools, and I won't even be able to go shopping. Plus, I don't want to switch schools now. I like the one I'm at.
It's not like I'm saying you have to go live out in the sticks if it's inconvenient for you. If you don't want to do that, living with your mom, just the two of you, is always an option. Your mother is unemployed, though, so granted, your standard of living will drop dramatically. And far from just having to quit volleyball club, the chances of you even being able to go to high school would be slim.
Both options sound awful. No, I don't want to. Please, I'm begging you to come back. I'll never call you a garbage dad again. I'll never say anything mean at all. I'll be the perfect daughter. I might not be your real daughter, but you did raise me as your own for a whole 15 years. Surely that means we have a special bond. Would you really abandon your daughter like this?
I've never felt a particularly strong bond with you, so I really would. All I'm doing is throwing away my garbage ex-wife and her piece of trash daughter like the human waste you are. Just like how you've treated me all these years.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I won't be showing my face at the house for a while. I'll be making the preparations for the divorce and the selling of the house from the hotel. I suggest the two of you get your things together and get out.
Please wait. I'm sorry. I've treated you awfully. I'll never talk back to you again, I swear. Please just come back. I'm begging you, Dad.
Don't call me that. It makes me sick. After that, I put together some essential belongings and booked a room in a nearby hotel. My inbox was full of desperate messages from Aubrey and Chrissy begging me to come back. But I put my phone on mute and ignored them all. 3 days later, I called Chrissy and told her to meet at a nearby family restaurant, where I handed her the divorce papers. She broke down in tears, got on her knees, and apologized profusely while screaming, "Please forgive me!" But I told her if she didn't sign the papers, I'd take her to court. At which point she reluctantly scribbled her signature while crying floods of tears. In later discussions, we agreed to cancel out any child support payments as compensation for her breaking and ruining all my stuff. On top of that, I also plan on getting as much money as possible out of her for the property damage. Chrissy took Aubrey and moved in with her parents. Before we said goodbye forever, Aubrey clung to me as she cried, "No! I want to live with Dad!" But I remained quiet, shook her off, and saw the two of them out of my house for good. After I sold the house, I cut all ties with my own parents too. I bought a fairly large apartment not too far from work, and now I'm living my life there entirely as I see fit, in tranquil peace and quiet.